I was going to ask you for questions, but then I who was it that was on the podcast the other week that I was talking to at the Gherkin, and he said don't bother asking Steve for questions. He didn't have any. He didn't know what he's going to talk about until he gets there.
Who would that be? Was it someone in the pub or car?
Yeah, it was. Who was that bloke? Alex. Was it Alex?
Alex Gotts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gottsy.
No, he's a nice bloke.
Yeah. Have you spoken to him for the work thing as well?
He sent me an email about getting some trying to get some companies for his payroll.
Mm. I suppose he wants to act a lot of extra service with him as well. So I suppose it's where he's coming. You can talk about your new job and your old job.
Yeah,
and the other places.
I was going to do that because plug for Dad will like that. And
got to please the new gaffer.
Well, exactly. He's on holiday at the moment. He's in fucking Oman. He's living it up.
Is he?
Superb. Yeah.
Where is Oman? Iran or Israel?
No. It's just one on from Dubai.
Gotcha.
So he's having a nice time there. So I'm in charge.
Yeah, happy days. What's the company called now?
Consign.
Yeah.
So it's always been called that. He's had it for like 15 years.
Yeah.
But it's just been him, so it's not a business. It's just his bank account.
Same. Yeah. Limited company to go through, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that one. Been that place, but...
So now we're trying to I'm trying to make it a business.
Yep.
Where that's all of the costs that I have. That's what he wants to earn. I've got to try and make it profitable in that sense.
Yep.
But yeah.
So
he's a hard bloke to work for. I don't know how well you know Dad, but
no, only from speaking a couple of times at the events and stuff. So ready? Kushti? Hello and welcome the Construction Spodcast. The Construction
up every time.
Hello and welcome to the Construction Sport Podcast. We are back another week. We're in our second year technically now.
Yeah, we
but
are.
This one would be
fantastic.
And we have a very special guest, a man who's been in our sites and in our network for a few years now, Mr. Logan Price.
Thank you, Steve. It's a pleasure to be here. Consign Norfolk, yeah.
Consign Norfolk.
No longer MPB. I'm
MPB.
I've left the RC frame world that I've been in for 6 years.
And now you stay clean.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I kind of did as a QS anyway.
And warm.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But you're going to go back to all those sites as and when?
Absolutely. I've not yet been back to where I was at HS2, but I'm in contact with the guys there and I'll be going back for sure.
Where was your HS2?
Curzon Street.
So Birmingham.
Yeah.
That's the end.
It is
at
the
end
moment
now, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I think it will be the end of HS2. But by the time it's finished in already? 2031, I think the programme's set for. But
do you think they'll carry on the next bit, the northern bit, but just call it something else?
I think they absolutely should.
Yeah.
Because what's the point of connecting Birmingham to London when it's already kind of connected?
Yeah.
The whole point is getting Manchester and Leeds and those further north cities to be connected.
I left Crossrail.
You were on HS2, weren't you?
I've delved into it every now and then through. I've not actually done any civils work there, but only through the charity stuff. We walked it. A lot of my ex-colleagues are all on HS2. To come across Jamie Abnett at Curzon Street. He's a foreman down there for Balfours, I believe. And we just actually I've got a meeting on Monday in regards to going up to part of the London end of it as well. So getting back amongst it.
I've not been to the London end, but they do some site visits for the apprentices and stuff there. Yeah. So
I went into the enabling works at Euston for it, and it was St James's Gardens, the big burial ground that all got taken up. That was
I saw that.
Yeah, I went in the marquee where it was just like a rugby, an acre size marquee, and it was just like it was all like staggered for the excavations, but you could just see all these coffins like in the soil and all that. And
what did they do with all those?
They had to repatriate, whatever the technical word is.
Yeah,
dig them up.
Well, we don't know it.
And relocate them. Yeah, so there was another burial ground I think down the road, and some of it went to specialist archaeologists and for museums and stuff. But there was thousands. And
I saw a photo of it all, and there was literally
the smell in there. I can't remember. It was just so like musty, really. It was just very different. It wasn't awful, but it just smelled. It's like an old shed. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of rotten wood in there. Yeah. But it was really interesting. But you had like the way all the bodies were. Some of them, the poor were mass piled. Your kind of working class, middle class people were just shoulder to shoulder, and then the high end earners, the very
on their own.
Yeah, they were on their own with like a 3 metre by 3 metre square with all their buried with all the gold and stuff and all their expensive bits. It just showed you how society worked. But it's not too much dissimilar now, is it?
No, same difference, mate. Same difference.
So what's your MPB? You were on the what was you doing at MPB before then? So what are you by trade? Come on then, because you're on the clever ones.
I don't know about clever. I did site engineering in London for O'Halloran O'Brien.
Oh yeah, cool.
So I did that for 4 years.
Yep.
And then I became clever and decided I didn't want to work outside because it was too cold. I worked at Wood Wharf, and it was a 46 story tower block.
Brilliant.
And it was so cold in the winter.
Is that of Canary Wharf Way?
No, it's so it's next to, you know, where is it the Balfour Beatty offices in Canary Wharf?
Oh, it's over
near the Barclays Bank.
That where you was when we done the talk, Get Construction talking.
Yeah, that's where. So that's where I first met Fred.
Yep, cool.
And then O'Halloran were very good with me in terms of financially supporting me when I struggled. But I knew I wanted to kind of be more actively involved in supporting mental health with Get Construction talking, with the Lighthouse Trust, with yourselves, even though I didn't kind of know you as well at the time.
Yeah.
And because I was site-based, being able to get released to do stuff like that just was impossible.
Yeah.
So for the Get Construction talk, when I first met Fred, we went for lunch in Canary Wharf somewhere, and I had to take a day's holiday to be able to go do it. And I tried to explain to my boss, I was like, "This is Fred Mills."
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, but we're pouring tomorrow." So can you crack on, mate? Yeah. So I went in my lunch break. And then I was with MPB for 2 years, did quantity surveying. So I was fortunately at a point in my degree where I could easily switch over, so I didn't actually lose any time.
Cool. From engineering to QSing, such a degree, which
isn't too much of a. It is a shift in terms of what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
But on the degree, it's fine because
it's quantifying it all.
Exactly. It was measuring on site, and then it was measuring in an office, and actually putting a cost to it. So from a kind of drawings and technical perspective,
it's actually quite a good hybrid degree, basically.
Not to shit on QSs, but most of them can't measure anyway. Most of them don't understand.
There's the header. That one. There's the clip.
So I did that for 2 years, and then. That was in Birmingham. Norfolk's home for me. And I'd lived away for 6 years since I was 17. And just kind of wanted to have a bit more balance.
Birmingham was a bit different to Norfolk?
Very different. Norfolk's a polar opposite of, I think, what Birmingham and Canary Wharf are like.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's very much a change. But I'm enjoying it at the moment. I've only been with Consign for a month.
Yeah.
But
family business.
Exactly.
Growing business now.
Absolutely.
Doubled in staff.
Doubled in staff. And we're trying to get some more clients, kind of helping companies upskill in terms of their MVQs and people on training courses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then hopefully getting some money back in for them as well.
Yeah.
With CITB grants, even though.
Interesting world to learn then, isn't it now?
It is. Dad's been involved in that for 20 years now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that I've come into it too late, but I do think CITB are kind of reining back some of the grants. The higher level grants for grandfather rights have kind of come down.
Yeah, we had that last week. Nicola from WRS Contracts, they were expecting about £800 or £900 back off the course, and they've just been told it's £200 or something like that. So.
Well, it used to be, so for the level 6 and level 7, it was £1,200 each.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah.
And now, then they've reduced it to £1,200 just for one, £600 for any others, and now it's just flat £600 from I think the end of this month.
Where are they going to put that funding now? Then, do you know?
Well,
they're back in that big pot that's growing and growing and growing.
The thing with it is, the companies have got to feel the value of CITB.
Yeah.
But also, that's through grant, and because all the companies have to pay levy into it.
Yeah.
But they've got to feel the value back. And if they're getting rid of some of the value that they're going to be able to get back.
Yeah.
I don't know that they say they want to just level the pot and level the playing field for companies, but if a company's using it, you should let them use what they're entitled to within the rules.
They're putting fortunes in. WRS said that they put their bill last year was 20. I think God knows it was pretty much in the tens of thousands, and they were saying, could we just not pay this and then actually spend this on getting some youngsters in and pay them to be part of a company? But yeah, crazy. I don't really know, but that going too negative on them. But if you only have to type in CITB on LinkedIn and look at all the comments.
Yeah.
You know
No.
Yeah. They could maybe use some of it for a bit of reputation control or branding.
Well, I think there's a lot of kind of big contractors that aren't as fond of them as they once were.
Yeah.
And I don't know the landscape as well as other people, but
all I see is I think you kind of have to have a grant manager. That's where you guys can come.
Yeah, well, exactly.
The service you provide. That's
kind of what we're doing. We're kind of helping companies upskill first and foremost, but also kind of getting them a return on the levy that they're paying.
Yeah. And is that across all courses from?
Yeah, literally anything.
Yeah.
If you're CITB registered, then, or even if you're not and you want to do training, there'd be money in it for you if you've got kind of 30 plus operatives.
Yeah.
There's loads of companies, and we're kind of always looking to reach out.
All across the UK, then I take it.
Absolutely.
Anybody in that CITB bracket, I suppose you're interested. Do you get speak to a lot of companies who aren't in there yet, and have to kind of say that it's worth you getting involved? Or?
Well, we're pretty pragmatic about it, because some companies, if they only want to put 2 or 3 guys on a training course and they're in scope, but CITB haven't identified them.
Yeah.
Because they only have to pay levy if their CITB tell them they have to pay levy.
Okay.
If they've not come knocking on your door, you can keep quiet, and that's fine.
And can you say no to them?
No. If they say you're in scope, you're in scope.
Really?
Yeah. So then you've got to pay. But all of the plumbers and
M&E, tax man.
Yeah, basically. No, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It's a construction tax.
Yeah.
So and then it's about that grant that you get back in is being able to have value for that tax that you're paying.
Yeah.
And then with them reducing it, it's kind of lessening the value.
It's getting very government-like, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it is. Well, that's what those kind of organisations are. So
yeah. No, interesting. Huh? But now you're in that you're flying the flag for it.
Yeah.
There's a number of companies I know who now come to us and probably do. Yeah. We'll chat off air with this one, but there's a lot of people we speak to who need their help, because even Katie, who works for us now, she's a scaffolding company. Before she massively struggled with it. So in walks Logan and consign.
They've got so much bureaucracy with it. Like you say, it's kind of government-like. Yeah. Because even on putting claims in for the MVQs, that they just flatly reject some of them because they just won't pay you for half of them, and then you have to chase it, and they go, no, but we wouldn't have made an error. Yeah. All right, wouldn't you?
Sounds like me. That sounds like me, actually. I was speaking to the guys. I said to the other day, we got in the van, me, Katie, and Will. I was like, I'm the only one in this company who doesn't make mistakes.
Obviously, no.
Katie's words were, you're also the one who commands everything in the boss, and we can't say anything to you, otherwise
you can't make mistakes. You own the company. It's your company.
You're there to pick the pieces up. Oh, superb. But all going good. So you're getting out and about.
Absolutely.
More time at home, though, even though you're around the country.
Well, more time at home, but kind of going out, seeing clients, and just a better balance for me. Obviously, I'm into my rugby.
Yep.
So I haven't been able to train for the last 2 years because I've been away. And I've been desperate to kind of get back into that and kind of take that forward. So
how is rugby season going?
Awfully. Not many people are Holt Rugby fans, but we're sat rock bottom of our league.
Are you not calling up Ben and Tom yet?
Tom was at training last night, actually.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
And everyone keeps trying to get him to play, but I don't know how old he'd be. He's got to be 40 now.
He would, because I think he's a little fact check for you, Al. I think he's a year or two older than me. I'm 36.
And
he'd be back in the centres, would he?
Well,
that's where he started, didn't he?
The thing is, backs-wise, we're fine. It's front row.
Yeah.
We were saying about struggling for players.
That's the classics, always front row.
Yeah.
No. Our front row is shot. It's 38-year-olds plus and 19-year-olds. that are coming through from Colts that don't know any better.
Yeah.
So that just get pulverised by Rochford at the weekend. So
it's competitive league though you're in, isn't it?
no, it's very competitive. It's the highest league we've ever been in.
Is it? Yeah, super.
Holt have never been that high as a club before. We managed to stay up last year, which was really good. But it'll be a tough season.
That feeling of when you just manage to stay up for another year, you know what the thing is.
We're all saying it was like, we're glad we stayed up, but also it wouldn't have been too bad to go down and actually have a more enjoyable season.
How do we lose this last game of the year to go down? Yeah. How do we chase relegation?
I can't remember what the team was, but there was a team that folded, and then there's only one team that got relegated from our league.
Oh, was there? Yeah.
So we were kind of stuck because Stowmarket was so poor. They were just worse than us, so we stayed up by default.
Yeah. What do you think you're struggling with players and stuff? What's it struggling with? We've had the same. My local club, Southwood, they've folded the first team.
I think especially in Norfolk, it's just like the catchment of players.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of boys who would play but are at uni. And then you get to a certain age where you just go, do I want to be doing this anymore? Like, you've got to be a certain breed to keep playing rugby after 30, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I look at it, and I love rugby, but at 30, I think my back will be gone, my shoulders will be gone.
Yeah. So what are you now?
I'm 23, so I'm
23. Jesus, so young. You're like, you're young as these guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, I'm 36 and shot to shit. Yeah.
So you don't play anymore.
I don't play anymore.
Exactly. So you're smart.
But I did the whole thing. My rugby career was always a little bit part time, I suppose, and I committed for like 6 or 7 games, and then I'd have a bit of time. But it was all usually work related because I'd work Saturdays and work Sundays, or and then all the jobs I've had. So I was never fully committed to a full year, but. Because that, I could put the boots on now and go running, where a lot of mates who were playing 10, 15 years.
Oh, 100%.
At senior level,
they're buggered.
Buggered. Yeah. Knees are gone. And then I'm chasing them now for like the rugby games we play. And like, you're going to play, put your boots on. Nah, not a chance. Knees are gone. But yeah, I want to have a little run out. I said to the boys, there's a game end of October, start of November.
Is this for Malden?
Malden, the second team. I looked at their league, who they're playing twos. In their twos is like Westcliff twos,
right?
Southend 2, maybe Rochford 2, all of them. And I was like, that's decent standard still.
Oh,
that's
100%.
Lads coming back from injury, fit, and they're going to be playing. I'm like, I'm not walking set. Sorry. So I'm like, there's a threes game.
Yeah, threes team. That's it. Yeah.
Threes or vets. I can play vets now.
Oh, can you play vets?
Yeah.
There you go.
35. But I'm a year into vets. I still ain't played a vets game. I need it quick whilst I'm the young.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You'll be the fastest there.
Yeah, absolutely smash it. Player of the year.
Play fly half. Yeah,
100%. I thought, no, that's crash ball fly half.
That would be something. I'd like to see that. I'll come watch you.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to that though. I think Malden versus Burnham. I'm going to try and get the podcast hyping it up to be like a Eddie Hearn promotion.
Yeah, I'll come watch you.
Yeah, big game. The game of the
threes
season.
team. Biggest crowd for a threes game ever.
Yeah. But yeah, I look forward to have a little run out, one before Christmas. We're doing a big walk in the start of November, so I'll get that out of the way.
Where's that?
We're doing a military walk, probably round about when this podcast goes out, I suppose, isn't it? Mm-hmm. We've just teamed up with Vinci. Vinci Building Facilities Management side of it. Vinci Facility Building Solutions.
You should know.
Their side of it. There's so many arms to it, isn't there? And every time we do a post, they send us over another logo. Can you change it for this one? I'm like, Christ.
Oh, God.
So that's all good. They've been brilliant to us this year. But we are walking 3 military bases, 2 RAF ones. We head them. There's two bases we go to, RAF ones. There's 22 miles between them. And then we stay over for the night. Local. Everyone's like, we're camping. And I was like, no, there's a hotel.
Makes it easier, yeah.
And then we're walking from the second day, we're walking from this RAF base to Sandhurst.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. And
how far is that total?
Another 44 miles over 2 days. So I'm keen for it.
Big
ready.
Shift.
Yeah,
no, that would be very good.
It's for us, a couple of us. Jeff, mate of mine as well, he's up for it. There's 7 of us from Construction Sport, I think so far confirmed. Vinci are putting it out today to their team. And then we're also going to ask the military guys if there's anyone within the military who wants to join us. So the idea is we do it on the 4th and 5th. Production team get to work and we produce a nice little video for Remembrance Day the week after.
Fantastic.
So if you fancy it.
No, count me in.
Yeah, keen. We'll get Bergen boots and trousers. Non-military personnel, we're going to try and get us in oranges, so we're construction like.
Yeah.
And then we're going to ask the people who are like veterans in the construction sector to wear their military or either.
Yeah.
And then, we wanted a good little photo opportunity capturing both. And a little bit of it is to promote the careers in construction, really.
Yeah. Well, there's a kind of big pathway with with veterans coming into construction. I don't know how they all end up as health and safety managers.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
It's that military kind of...
and they all look the same. They're all bald. They're all absolutely hard-nosed. Just veterans. And you can tell straight off.
We had a couple in the RAW industry. A lot of them go in the RAW as well. Whether the hierarchy and the way pretty much the way the tickets are in the railway system. And again, I suppose construction is the same. The level of hierarchy can be mirrored a little bit in the military. And the health and safety side of it, the military folk can fall in line with that a bit because their standards and stuff.
Yeah.
And this guy come out straight away where we were at Shinfield on a weekend possession works, and he come down track just like barking his orders. And like, no one's ever met this guy before, but you could tell he was military. He come down. Yeah. But in the military, you don't tell these people to go and fuck off, do you? He's come down the railway line and literally just said a few things, said to people, do this, do that. And the cut lads turned around and went, fuck, not a chance, mate, not if you don't speak like that. And there's like nothing he could do about it.
Exactly.
Like, no. I get it works in the military. And
but you don't have the same authority here.
Yeah, well, this guy's going to leave here in an hour and go straight to the pub. He's just very different.
He's going for the lunch at the pub, having 3
trying
pints.
To beast in between, he's on his 11th hour a day. I was like, you're not getting, that's not happening.
No
so, a few of them got humbled, shall we say, quite early. But it's been good. But we noticed that it was like, I've looked at the job fairs and stuff like that we do in the construction sector and what we do for the military thing. I'm just like, we can do better than that. Let's not do pop-up banners in a sports hall and say, join construction. Let's go out, get amongst them. And like I say, Vinci have all the they've got the contracts for all the facilities management of the MOD. So they're like, that's their client. So they're like, sort of, I spoke to them about it and they were like, we're all over this because they're our client.
They actually have a partnership between them.
Yeah. So they just they sent us all the bases they're at and was like, Steve, just work with this. They said, if you can finish at Sandhurst, it'd be brilliant because the officers kind of side to it and it looks all official.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks quite cool.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
No, count me in for that. I'd love to come along.
We're staying in not far from, I'll tell you where actually, the middle base. It's all round, 20 miles away from Henley, Henley on Thames, a nice area. And then it kind of goes past to Sandhurst.
So it sounds all a bit posh for construction sport.
I know, that's why it's RAF. It was RAF, isn't it? And then like Sandhurst as well. So we should not be. And Ross Noakes, our good friend as well, who's military. You know, Ross,
I played with him at the last rugby game.
I rang him up. I said, you coming or not? Come on, because he's ex-military, but he was Remy's engineer. And he went, that ain't the fucking army. He said, you're having a laugh. I'm not welcome in those places.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like the RAF bases and officers' base, and you're asking me to come along. So I was like,
You'll get kicked out.
Yeah, 100%. He got kicked out the first time. At the rugby, he played for the first team, Army. I think Army A or the first team, and got sent off in 5 minutes. Punched someone in the Navy or RAF.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So, all good fun. But you're coming down this way to play rugby tomorrow again.
I am. Yeah, we're playing Rochford 100 tomorrow. So drive back to Norfolk and then get on the bus.
Messy bus on the way back. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, that must be every week for you guys.
That's the problem because in terms of us getting players for away games, because all of our games are Essex.
Yeah.
So they're all 2 hours away, and people are after like 25 that have played for a few years just get bored. It's like, we're getting on the piss again, aren't we?
It's a shift.
Whereas for like Rochford, when they play us, they're more than happy to get on the piss because it's like, oh, we've got a long away game.
Yeah, we used to do the same position. We go once a month, we'd have a little coach trip. Yeah.
Whereas all of ours are literally all this way.
We'd always get the coach driver, who's like, no drinking on the bus, lads.
Oh,
so you'll chip in a tenner each. And then he suddenly got a £300 bonus. And he's like, crack on, lads.
Our bus drivers are pretty good, actually. To be fair, we didn't play last week. Week before, we stopped off at the Bell on the A11, went in there, had a silent game of silent drinking games, and then got back on the bus after we got kicked out. But
that happens. We went into a pub in Dis. I think we played Dis one year.
Yeah.
Went into the Skull Inn.
Yeah.
Have been that one? Yeah. We there was a very senior person, I'm not going to say his name because he's in a very senior job now, and he's a man of high credentials.
Go on. You know you want to.
Yeah, it might start with Kurt and then Aig, his name is. I won't go for his surname. But on the butt, he didn't, lads, we're going into this pub, get trophies. And that was it then. There was a lot of us on the bus as well. So everything what weren't screwed down in this pub got picked up.
Oh, that's classic, yeah.
And me and my friend Ryan, I won't say his nickname, we had the idea of taking it might have been led by me, but I said, come on, let's get a sign. And this sign was like an 8 foot by 4 foot sheet of ply sort of size, Skull Inn written on it. And it was on this wall that had been there for 700 years, and the raw plugs were 700 years old. And as we literally
just came off.
It just fell off, and we took it on the bus. Went home, and in the morning we got a message. I don't think it was WhatsApp was about then either. And it was literally
showing your age.
Yeah, literally like MSN Messenger, and it was literally like, lads, you need to we've got till 12 to return everything, otherwise they're calling the police. And so I was like, how do they know it was us? I was like, well, the coach had Jackson coaches written down the side, and everyone got out in bright red and black blazers. It's like, there's a little, we weren't hard.
And there was a big sculling sign in the window.
Yeah, and it went on there. So we paid one of the Minnie's dads who had a transit van. We all paid him to do the walk of shame for us, and he took it all back. But he had nothing to do with it, so he was more than happy. He just cashed in, and he does this big delivery back to it. So, yeah, there we go. That was my last coach trip, I think.
Good crack.
So meeting Fred Mills, what was that? How did that come about then? So he invited you for lunch.
Well, I was a young guy going into construction and used to watch all of the B1M videos, so I was a fan.
Oh, was you? Yeah.
I was a fan of the B1M.
Fanboy.
And I'd just come back into working for O'Halloran after I'd had some time off after my mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd just write to him because he was the biggest voice that I could see in construction at the time.
Yeah.
I was 19, maybe just turned 20, and I thought there needs to be something for mental health in construction. I'd had a few people on site because of what I'd been through and what I'd done. I'd just done the Mont Blanc at that point, and a few people have kind of spoken to me about mental health, and I kind of started just championing it on site.
Yeah. To the guys on the ground as well.
Yeah. To the boys on the site at Wood Wharf, and there were guys that were kind of just having a hard time. Didn't really know who to talk to. I didn't really know how to talk to people, but it was just the first step of it. And then I wrote to him, told him about what I'd been through, had no idea about his own story, told him what I'd done in terms of doing Mont Blanc. And he wrote back to me and said, we're going for lunch next week or whatever it was. Literally got back to me immediately, which for Fred, is a real struggle. I wait about a month for a text back from him at the moment, and I know him now. Yeah. That's how that started off. And then he said, we want you to be in our pilot for Get Construction Talking for the YouTube video. And that's what you were in as well, obviously, in the first YouTube series. And then got invited to the launch event as well. Yeah. So I've been involved with him now for just over 2.5 years.
It must be. I sent someone else there. How long's it been going?
I think it was around June that I wrote to him, and then we did the event in October, I think.
Yeah.
So it's literally 2 years ago now that we did the launch event.
Amazing.
And it's difficult for me because I'm now 3 years on from my personal struggle, and I'm 23. I feel like a very different person to what I was than when I struggled in terms of actually feeling better and actually growing up.
Yep.
Two separate things, but kind of go hand in hand. So I kind of fluctuate between wanting to be involved in mental health and championing it, and doing stuff like this and working with you, but also giving that space to other people that are more able to talk about it than me. I'm just someone that struggled with mental health and spoke to a few people about it. Was lucky enough to be in the Get Construction Talking series, and I don't actually feel that qualified to do it. I just kind of.
No one is. Neither are we.
No, true. There you go. Have you got mental health first aider?
I've barely got a CSCS card.
That's because it got revoked.
Yeah, honestly, that is a labourer's one.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%. I've got it here. Yeah, it's the green one. Just qualified. I've done the MHFA, the mental for 2016.
Yeah, I did it as well.
Yeah,
it's difficult because I don't want to take up too much space with it because I feel there's already a lot of people talking about it. I don't want it to be too saturated. Yeah. But I also think it's really important to get the awareness out there.
Yep.
So that's the kind of bit that I focus on first and foremost because for me that's the easiest bit because you can just talk to people about it and then make people aware of mental health being an issue. And then you've done something, you're involved in it still, but you're not distracting from people who are at the forefront, like yourself, like Fred.
Yeah.
So,
but I suppose I completely agree with and understand where you're coming from, really, because we even say it like, apart from the events where we go and talk about mental health stuff, if you come out of us from a day-to-day basis, even the rugby, I know we touch on it a bit when I speak on that, but the walks that we do, I think we hardly push the conversation at all. We just let people enjoy themselves.
Yeah,
and they go, this is the answer.
but that is the thing with positive mental health.
Yeah.
Is that I found as well with my own kind of journey is if you're trying to solve your mental health so much and focus on it and focus on trying to be happy when there's so much like negativity and you're going through a really difficult time, you're not going to be happy because you're thinking about trying to be happy. Yeah. But if you actually organically do something like the rugby, go on a walk and just have the crack with people, it's so much better for people's mental health without realising it.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
like a holistic way, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And genuinely, that's what I found.
When you were struggling, was you playing rugby much then as well?
I wasn't. No. So for me, it was I'd not just entered construction. I'd been in construction for 2.5, 3 years, and I'd been working away from home. I was playing football at the time, but I wasn't training. I'd put on a bit of weight and was just kind of in probably the worst physical place I've been in. Yeah. And then that led to me being in a poor mental place. Yeah. And I think they are so interlinked. Yeah. Like you and I know it. Fred knows it as well in terms of just going to the gym, going on a run, doing something socially with a club, massive. Yeah. Just for your well-being. Yeah. So I think that played a big part in it. But
it's just snapping out that.
Yeah, it was really difficult because it was COVID as well. I was at a job down in Cobham and living away in a hotel, and you used to get your food delivered to your to the door, left there, knock on the door.
It's so inhumane, isn't it?
And then that was literally my life. I'd go to work. I'd come from Norfolk, get up at stupid o'clock. Yeah. I'd try and go back as much as I could, but that didn't really help because it was just another 4 hours in a car and then another 4 hours to come back. Yep. But it was that or stay in the hotel room on your own with your own thoughts as a young adult. Yep. With nothing really around you. Yeah. And it was lonely as much as anything. Yeah. Because I think in construction you have to be able to have the crack with people, but you have to grow up quickly if you're entering as a young guy.
19-year-old, like you say, going out and talking to the lads on the ground about their mental health, to me is like, fucking hell, fair play to you. Yeah. Even I waited until I was 21, 22.
But it was just kind of, I got on with people on site. I was always kind of personable enough to get on with people and have the crack with them. Yeah. And then it just kind of happened that people knew that I'd gone through something. Mm-hmm. So they felt comfortable opening up to me. Yeah. It wasn't like a conversation that I really ever pushed. Mm-hmm. But I remember people on site coming up to me crying and just didn't know what to do. And site managers who were mental health first aiders, that we talk about all the time, just saying, go home. Just literally send them home. And all they needed was someone literally just to listen to them. Yeah. And I remember one specific example when we were in Canary Wharf, and this bloke who was a good mate of mine as an engineer, he just lost his dad, was visibly like distraught, and the site manager literally sent him home, project manager sent him home. Yeah. We just went for a coffee. I just said, I'm going for half an hour. He said, kicked up a fuss about it. I said, I'll be back, but I'm going. Went for a coffee with him. And he was just in such a kind of dark place. And then he did leave.
Pushed just to crack
exactly.
On.
But it's kind of that pressure and outside, life circumstances. And
don't bring your shit to work situation there. Someone's dad's just died and it's literally been told, don't bring your shit to work.
Yeah. So the lack of compassion from people is more prevalent than I think.
Yeah, and I think it all
because
comes
we're
down
removed from the
to
site thing as well a bit.
You
go to site. I've been at site for 6 years, but
I try and speak to people all the time who are on the job.
Yeah.
That I'm Fred probably speaking to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, can we meet for a coffee? And they're like, oh, squeeze out, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that. Yeah, knowing that shit, it's going to be a lorry coming in a minute.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's constant on site. It's and it's difficult because like we're trying to have a conversation about mental health, but part of the pressure is actually the bit that people enjoy as well because you're constantly busy and you're able to just get on with things
and shut off from all the shit
exactly.
outside.
So as much as it's a bad thing, it's also a positive of construction, and having the crack is the positive. So it's difficult in terms of
that balance.
Yeah, exactly.
I went past. I was in Ipswich actually, en route to you, but not as far.
No, not quite.
Yesterday, I was on my way back, and there was 3 machines working, and I was coming back. Time was 5:30, and there was 2 big Moxies, and a big digger, and they were working 5:30, 5:45, and I looked at it, and I was like, and on the road there was all these vans going home, all the tradesmen, and I was like, "That's typical the civils guys, like first on, last off,
work like a dog."
And it's the first time I compared it really, because I thought to myself, is it because we've got these machines that are built for working, these actual diggers machines that are built for working, that we just try and match the ability of the human being to just work with that? We can't spend
with something that isn't going to get tired.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I was like, in my head, I was like, we've got a £150,000 machine here. We've got to get our money back on this. It must be working 12 hours at a time. So we'll make sure these people get in them for 12 hours. Like, you know what I mean? That's
that's absolutely the mindset.
The first time I
project
thought
managers
about it
say
yesterday,
the exact same thing. It's got to be working 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
So
every little bit. Whereas if it was the bricklaying of it or putting a roof on, it just isn't.
It's man hours.
Yeah. It's just not quantified in that way. And that's the first time I thought about it. I was like, what if we actually thought, hang on a sec, if we sent these drivers out to a specialist driving school, and it shows actually for 9 hours a day they are most productive. After that, they slouch off and accidents can happen. Why don't we meet the ability of the driver rather than the driver meet the ability of the machine? If that makes sense. That's just like,
But I reckon you're probably right in terms of that. There's probably a 9-hour window, like anyone with work.
Yeah,
you're not working like flat out for 12 hours unless you're like on one or like superhuman if you continually do it. Everyone needs that kind of downtime.
I was told by another health and safety manager on a job once. I was working with Kieran Murphy's. He worked for Murphy's. Sorry, no, he worked for Kia's. And he said that Kia done a trial period on a project where they were doing 12-hour shifts all the time. And they said, right, lads, we're all going to pull this in and we're going to do 8-hour shifts. 8 or 9 hours. I'm sure it wasn't quite even 9. We're going to do this, and it's going to be job and night. We come in, do your 8 to 9 hours, whatever it was, and then we go home. But you're going to be paid 12 hours money because all the lads were paid by the hour. That's why they wanted the 12 hours.
Exactly. No.
So they said, okay, we'll do that. They said, but if there's any breaches of health and safety, any close calls, incidents, can it back to how it was. We can't risk it. And they've done it, and everyone bought into it because everyone realised the quality of life can be a little bit better. And they were ahead of programme of it. And they'd done it for like a 3 or 4 week period just to trial it. And it worked perfectly. Once it finished, it was just canned. And they never done it again. And I'm just like, what was the whole point of it? It's just, and I was like,
when you do that, see it works, and then just go, nah, that was all right.
I've been there between when the office staff will go on a big project at 5 and that, and you're there till 7. We all mope around for 2 or 3 hours. Don't care what anyone says. No one's like, let's really turn it on for the last 2 hours. No. Really get empty the tank.
The thing is, everyone knows that. Like, it's not saying you're not working. You are, but at the same intensity, but perhaps not. But you're just losing that balance that we're talking about, that quality of life, being able to go home to your kids and see your wife.
Some people do get, and I kind of get it when you haven't, again, young man's game maybe, or ladies, where you are, I could sit in traffic for another hour, or I could just wait till after rush hour now. So that was one of the silver lines to it. It's like, well, I'm only going to sit in traffic if I leave at 4:30, or I might as well work till 6, 6:30, and then go home knowing that rush hour's cleared a little bit. But that's all good when family commitments ain't there. You know what I mean? You're just
absolutely.
Single man's game sort of thing. I'm just going, it doesn't matter, because I'll just go home and go to bed. Cash in. Me and Mrs. talked about it. They were talking about some holidays we had when we were in our young 20s, and was like, how do we afford all these lovely holidays and this and that? Because you worked your nuts off, I worked my nuts off, and since then, the hours you put in aren't as much. We've got kids now, so all that's gone.
All the nice holidays.
Off the Butlins.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lovely place you got here. That's where the money's gone.
Yeah, it's a studio. Don't tell her that. So, it's literally, that's where we're in. What would you say? The Mont Blanc. So you climb Mont Blanc first.
So,
how high is Mont Blanc? I'm rubbish. I've been around the mountains all my life, but I'm rubbish for measurements.
Mont Blanc, now I think it's 4,818.
Is it? Yeah.
Is that spot on?
Fact check. You got it in front of you? Good.
I'm shit hot. There you go.
Okay, what's the next one then?
I don't know the Matterhorn. I think the Matterhorn's 4,600.
Matterhorn's not quite as much.
Not quite as tall, but it is significantly more difficult.
Is it?
Matterhorn.
It's 4,478.
4,478. There you go.
Yeah, it's like more than it.
Yeah.
Can you just look at the Val Thorens? The peak of that, that's the highest I've probably been. That's just skiing.
That's skiing. That doesn't count. Everyone.
I climbed it on a chairlift.
I don't even know if I want to look.
There was a blizzard on the chairlift, and I struggled.
Right, you can cut that from the podcast because it's just going to undermine the Matterhorn.
Can you look at how far I went skiing?
Honestly, we sat in this cafe up there. It was awful.
We had an Irish coffee.
2-3.
2-3.
Okay.
2,300.
There you go. Does you some justice.
Yeah, no, there you go. That's
I
fine.
think I've helped you out now. You've been double the height of me. I was in the folly do, literally living the dream.
No, I've been there.
I struggled. The hangover I had felt like fucking altitude
God.
sickness, that's for sure.
I'm a very good drunk skier.
Oh yeah, off the back of folly do, isn't it? Jesus Christ, the carnage.
We came down last year in a blizzard and literally couldn't see a thing, didn't know where we were going, rolled down the mountain, literally on our arse.
Yeah, we went, me, my brother-in-law and another best mate of mine, three of us, and our other halves, my brother-in-law's sisters who I'm married to. And we done the folly do, and every day we were there. And I thought that afterwards, the carnage of going down, but the hips and the knees were just free. You just
actually do some good skiing.
Yeah, unbelievable. How brave you become as well.
Yeah.
And then the girls went down the chairlift. Three of us did. And my brother-in-law the day after was like, I ain't doing that again. I was on for it all day, every day. It was so much fun.
It's class.
Anyway, back to that. How was climbing further then, Val Thorens? Double Val Thorens.
Mont Blanc was difficult. I'd never done anything like it before.
Yeah.
So that was off the back of me having my own mental health problems.
Yeah. Did you feel that really helped channel?
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to do it.
Did you?
Because, I watched the 14 Peaks documentary on Netflix, which is with Nims Purger, who famously did 14 Peaks in the record time.
Shared one of my podcasts he did.
Did he?
And it went boom. Yeah, the one of them at Middleton.
Oh, yeah. No,
he shared it. I was like, up the Nim.
He's a really nice guy. I actually met him on Mont Blanc.
Did you?
So
he's a god of it, isn't he?
Yeah. So I wanted to do Mont Blanc just as kind of a focus for myself. I had some time off work, which I was really fortunate to be allowed, and it just gave me something to focus my mind on and go, right, that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go back to work after that. That was always my intention, and I did. And I think I raised about 30 grand.
Amazing. How long does it take Mont Blanc to climb?
3 days. Yep. So I did 3 days of prep work before it, and then I did.
Is it like the altitude sickness? Or adapting to the altitude?
Yes, pretty much. So we did some training climbs in Italy. We did Monte Rosa and Gran Paradiso.
Yep.
So two other 4,000 meter mountains.
Yeah.
And then came back, did Mont Blanc, up, down, stay a night, and then stay another night, and then come back.
Superb.
And that was a challenge. And then I thought, well, I want to do something more nuts than that.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Matterhorn, Alex will have to get a photo up.
Here it is.
There you go. Editing skills.
Just here. I always do it on the vlog. The boys
I'll
hate
put a
it.
picture of Val Thorens up.
I'll send you a picture of me and Val Thorens. You can put that on. Naked on the bar.
The Matterhorn is a different challenge completely. If you look
Are you
at it,
talking hooked on climbing up rope?
Yeah,
stuff, not just literally hard on the legs. Walk up a hill.
I'll send a photo as well. You are going steep up a vertical incline. Yeah. And I did a lot of training for that alongside work at this point because I'd kind of gone back to work. And had an altitude chamber over my bed.
Did you?
Because
I remember you saying about that. Actually,
because I knew that it was so much more physically exhausting, as well as being pretty much just as high. And
did you find it hard as well? You're young,
massively,
fit lad, but
no, it was really difficult. I had a really nice guide, and she was as fit as a fiddle. Altitude, like just.
Where was she from?
She was from Spain.
Oh, yeah.
But come over to Switzerland. But we were in the briefing.
So where is Switzerland, Matterhorn? Yeah. Amazing.
And 2 people died the night before.
Shit.
So we're there having dinner. Like everyone has dinner in this. It's like a hostel, and they were like, "Right, there's no messing about tomorrow. 2 people died last night, or tonight it was, and you're going up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So." Way to focus the mind. I was like, oh God.
Shit just got real.
So I think it's considered the 10th most dangerous mountain in the world.
Is it? Yeah.
And yeah. So
where did your head go then when you find, did you go, is it like, I know it's a very extreme version, but going to a big rugby match when you come off the coach all laughing and joking, walk in the changing room and have a little warm up, then it's now switch on.
Yeah, no. It's just now you're going.
Being a factor.
You just have to put yourself in a certain mindset. And I remember talking to myself going up the mountain and going, well, you just have to keep going, keep having another step.
Yeah.
The guide said to me at one point, if you stop one more time, we're turning around. Because there's a certain cutoff that if you don't get to a certain place at a certain time, you have to come back because you just wouldn't do it in the right hours. And my legs have never felt so heavy. It was unbelievably hard.
Yeah.
But whether I'll do another one, I probably will. Because I've forgotten about it now. It was last year. So.
Have you thought about, and I know this is completely not different because we do it at very much sea level, but we'll beast ourselves, done HS2 for legs are in pieces, and I'm like, never again.
Yeah.
Week to 2 weeks
later.
The pain.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, of course I'll do it again.
Just done 100 kilometres on Friday night, so Friday into Saturday.
God. Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, that was 2.5 marathons, technically distance-wise. And it was tough on the legs. It was tough on the fatigue, the tiredness.
Yeah, I bet.
But I would do that one again.
But it's those sort of challenges because you feel so good after doing it.
Yeah.
And then you can tell people, look what I did.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was massively rewarding to have done. I had in my mind the whole time what I was doing it for.
Yeah.
For Get Construction Talking for Yourself. And I was lucky enough to be able to get £60,000 for Get Construction Talking for that one. So
that's incredible, isn't it? What mountain's on the next one then? So where was Mont Blanc on the? Is it in the top 10 or is it?
Not in terms of dangerous. Mont Blanc's kind of like the starter mountain.
Did you get a free pen?
You don't. I do have the wallet, but you don't get a pen from there.
I will be honest, Logan, Mont Blanc's being put in the top 10.
Is it?
Yeah, due to its risk of avalanches and extreme weather.
Yeah, so they've got the Grand Couloir, which is the
Couloir.
Which very good French, which you've got to cross, and there's basically massive rockfall. So people do die there. It's not any joke of a mountain. Yeah. They're both. I know I've climbed them, so I would think it, but they're both significantly harder than what's the one in
Val Thorens?
Kilimanjaro. No, actually no. Val Thorens much harder.
11 or 12. The hangover I did. I skied it.
They're both significantly harder than like Kilimanjaro, even though they're smaller, just because they're more technical. Mont Blanc's slightly less technical, but they're both. They're no joke in terms of doing. So
I just watched. I think it's called all about fucking. What's the big one? The biggest.
Everest.
Everest about the big earthquake there was. It's called the aftershock. Aftershock. What's it called? There's aftershock. Very different night. There's a program on Netflix all about.
Aftershock.
It is aftershock. Yeah.
Everest and the Port earthquake.
Yeah.
Is that 96?
No, 2017. I think.
Oh, okay. There was a disaster in
2015.
Yeah.
Really, I started watching it. The film Everest. You see that? Where they
yeah.
Like me and my missus watched it, and within 30 seconds of the opening series, my missus just like, why are you going? Just don't go. And he's saying bye to the young family at the airport. She's like, this is just stupid. There's such a high chance.
I made my mum watch that before I did the Matterhorn, just to wind her up.
You should have thought of that scene. Yeah. And then we watched it, and my missus was like, so if you like go and do the extreme walks and stuff, like, it's extreme, but not just walks. And
Extreme
like,
distance.
Yeah. So I said, yeah. She said, I was like, no. I said, the whole... it probably is now. We've got kids and stuff. But in my head, a little bit like, no, well, I wouldn't risk it. I'm not keen on doing that. And I've been in the mountains a lot, done a few ski seasons. Yeah, worked in the snow. Spent a lot of time in Austria and known and seen a few avalanches about. And I'm like, I'll keep myself over this side of the mountain on the ski run next to Folly Do.
not in Austria, the ski actually, just at the bar.
And in my head, I was like, no. But the one, that aftershock, it's all about the so the earthquake goes off in Nepal and it wipes out all the towns and villages massively. And it turns out that a few of the people who are safest at the point and survived more so were the people on the high up camps.
Really?
Because all the snow went downwards. Yeah. And they ended up surviving up there. And there was thousands and thousands killed, millions, no homes and all that. And it goes into and it shows a bit of human behaviour after that kind of stuff. And it's really interesting, but you just think, but these people, I think their faith is so big in these people, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
This stuff happens, but you just power on. You know what I mean? Especially the Nepalese.
They're built different.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd done a Paris 10 actually from the parachute regiment down in Colchester, a 10-mile run with backpack on, boots and trousers. Was literally open to public. Well, it was. I'm not sure they're doing it anymore. A friend of mine was in the parachute regiment, so he said, "Do you want to come down and do it?" So I went and done it. And honestly, there's like me, like struggling by. And I was probably one of the fittest times in my life, but wasn't still not that high for fitness.
Yeah.
And these guys, these Gherkin lads, who are just like fucking sprinting past, and all you saw those two tree trunk legs. They're only like short guys, and they just gasped like no partial. They just took off from the start.
Yeah.
But yeah, unbelievable human beings, aren't they?
Yeah. No, they are literally built different.
That lung capacity. Yeah.
When I saw Nims on Mont Blanc. So there's this hut. It's the highest hut in Europe, I think. It's like 4,600 meters, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And he'd stayed there the night before, got on the piss, was hungover as anything, but was running down this mountain. So I'm literally looking at this one bloke on his own running in tracky bottoms, a light jumper, and just trainers.
Yeah.
Coming down this mountain, and I'm out of breath. Jacket, trousers, proper boots. Yeah. Just going, please can I have a photo? So they're just a completely different level of fitness.
Yeah. Did you notice him then when you see him?
We were kind of tipped off that he was around, but we didn't know where he was. But he literally was, there's, I don't know, like different routes that you can go up. He was exactly on our path as we were going up in the morning. So it was amazing to get to see him.
So cool.
And I wrote to him afterwards and he sent me a photo
and
signed it. So.
Superb. That is cool. Isn't it? Did you see the one about Spencer Matthews, the guy from Made in Chelsea?
Yeah.
Cooking for his brother.
Yeah.
So that's
massive.
Yeah. Fair play on that one, because you know like not finding, but then they say, look, we're here, we've got the resources, let's bring someone down. Wasn't it? That was impressive.
Yeah.
He's doing some serious shit at the moment as well, isn't he?
But there's loads of people doing it, like the hardest geezer and all of that.
Yeah. Ben Banaghan, our man.
Yeah. I saw what he was doing. That looked unbelievable.
Yeah, some of the stuff he's got sent over to us, photos and stuff he'd put together. He brought a book in that his mum had made him, all these highlights of the Iceland one.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty more on the horizon for him as well. So yeah, next year's going to be a big year for him. So yeah, we're trying to see where we can support and bring people in. We're trying to bring some big companies and brands together to kind of get behind him on it as well, because he wants to do some fucking... He just beat the world record by 20 hours of running Iceland. You know what I mean? It's just
that's nuts.
A whole idiot. It's literally the person done it in 8 days. Something he's done it in 7 days, just short of a full day distance. Like,
Jesus, fair play to him.
And he's in talks now with Guinness Book of Records about getting it signed off properly, because they were being complete aggro for him at the start beforehand. Just get in touch with them, and he went to their offices to get their attention. They're like, "Oh, the people you need to say work from home today," and I'm just like, "Here's an email." And just couldn't get in touch with him. But now he's got he's documented it all. He's project manager, he knows he's doing it. And he's literally got GPS times, GPS locations, his heart rate, what shows he was clearly running. And he's like, there's the evidence. Like, he's literally got witness. Really? Yeah, he's got people sign. Yeah, he's got witnesses from the hotels. Yeah, he knows he's doing. So He's getting it to us. He's a world record holder. So he's getting
Fair play to him, no.
So he's got plenty more to come.
I was kind of following along with that the other week when he was doing it, and it looked amazing. So that's fantastic.
And that was it. Because we would love to have got out there if the funding was there, but it's so tough, especially Iceland, so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, come back. He messaged like a few days before, was like, just realised they've just sent me the bill for hiring of car for the trip. It has to be a 4x4 by the law out there in Iceland to go outside of Reykjavik. I'm not sure if it's outside of Reykjavik or just in those areas.
Yeah,
on these roads, literally were just all made up ground. You can only do them certain times a year. The vehicle's got to have this old snorkel on it as well.
Yeah,
£4,800 for a week's hire. Like and it was an old beaten up Defender as well. It was the absolute daddy of machine, but. And then the window wiper's broke on day one. He said they sorted it out in the end. But yeah, just that alone, you're like, Christ, Iceland's an expensive place anyway. But I think Portugal's next on his list.
That'd be good.
That will be cool.
What, running the length of it?
Yeah, north to south. And I think you're saying as well, you can't actually find a record or something out there at the moment. Not sure if anyone's actually done it.
That means he'll set it.
And then 100%.
Not that you wouldn't anyway.
I'm quickly going to do it.
Take a month to do it, Steve. There you go.
I've done it. I think I've done it. Yeah, superb. But what's next in the world then? What's going on? You're going to make amongst the Get Construction and Talk? Is there any more climbs coming up in your events? We can come a few.
Well, I'll absolutely be on a walk with you guys. I do want to do another challenge. So I've raised kind of 90 grand now for mental health in construction, which I'm really proud of.
Yeah, fair. I'm going.
But I want to do one other thing, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of next summer, but.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure what that is yet.
Do you reckon it'd be a mountain, or reckon it'd be?
I think it'll be something different. I don't want to just be the mountain bloke. I'd quite like to do. I'm not a good swimmer, but
sink.
I was thinking about running the length of Great Britain.
Was you? Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I could do it in a world record time like Ben or anything.
Ben has
like
done
that.
it. Yeah, he's done 18 days. There's your marker.
Well, the world. I think the world record's like 11 days.
Is it? Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So doing something like that would be monumental.
If you want a training, he's just sent me my training program because I want to do a marathon.
Yeah. Have you done one?
No, never. I've never just gone past half a marathon. I've never gone past 12 miles actually. Let alone half a marathon.
That's close though. Half marathon's 13.
Yeah, it's not far away. But I just, from watching Ben, I want to be able to just go and run comfortably, like without stopping. I'm not saying I want to go and set records.
Yeah.
But I'd like to just go out and be able to run 6 hours off the back. That's something I would like to be able to do.
I did a marathon 2 years ago, and I think I didn't train for it.
Yeah,
because I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
I think anyone can run a marathon, just at any level of fitness.
I agree.
You just have to.
That
same mindset.
That number, dear.
The same mindset that we're talking about with rugby and doing the Matterhorn. Yeah. You just have to put yourself in that.
Yeah.
I am running. It doesn't have to be quick.
Yeah.
But I am going to continue to keep going.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't do a marathon quickly. I think I did it in like 4 hours. But
he just blew a gasket doing 4:13.
What's that?
He just blew his gasket doing 4:13 last week.
I think mine was just over 4, so I think it was around that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just kind of keep plodding on.
Yeah, I feel
exactly.
Like I just walked 24 hours.
Exactly.
Walking last
if
week.
You can walk that far, I'm certain you can.
Yeah.
You can run a marathon.
Yeah.
If you've got health complications, then that's slightly different.
Yeah. Because I noticed as well, because Ben says a lot of things about swelling and stuff with your feet and with his ones, and he goes up 1.5 to 2 shoe sizes during it as well. So yes, he's like size 8 and he's wearing size 10s by the end of it. But yeah, even that last week, I noticed the pain I was in, and I know it stopped, was actually swelling behind my knees. It was only and that was it. And my feet just swelled up a little bit, and that was kind of it. The blisters weren't really affected. I had a little blister on there, but nothing major. But yeah, I want to be able to just go out and just trot along. I've read the Hardest Geezers book. That's good.
I've not read it.
It's really interesting.
He's a mental bloke.
Yeah, it's quite an easy read for someone of my abilities.
Yeah,
it's quite. I went away with the missus for a weekend and powered through it in no time. But
Is it all pictures?
I mean, you get the colour in some of them as well. It comes a little pack of crayons on the front.
I was going to say, that's about your reading level.
Yeah, very good. I like that. 100%. It was. Really good. And then, ChatGPT, he did. Please summarise this book. Please summarise it
in 10 words.
In a voice note. As an audio. But yeah, he just goes out there and he's just like one night. he's on the drink with his mates in Brighton, and he touched a bit of running before, I think, previous to this, and then he just kind of hits a wall at 2 o'clock in the morning in Brighton with his mates, and he's just like, I'm running home, and then just like runs home. Also think about half a marathon distance, and he sleeps on a bench halfway, and then wakes up and runs the rest. God. And after that, he's like, I'm going to do this. And then he just kind of, he ran from Asia to London, basically. He ran the other side of Turkey all the way to London.
Is that what the equivalent distance is?
That's what he did that, and he'd done that separately.
Oh, right. Was that before? Yeah.
Before, and no one really knew about it. Yeah, it was only till the hardest geezer thing. It was only till like Stephen Barlow they got behind him, didn't they?
Yeah.
And everyone really started to hear about him, wasn't it? Because you guys mentioned it a bit, didn't you, before about him? He was doing it.
I just started hearing about it when he was like halfway through doing Africa.
Yeah.
There's a geezer currently running Africa, is there? Like,
yeah. Well, I saw it on Instagram and stuff like that, kind of early on. But there's loads of people doing stuff like that, and I just thought he won't finish that.
Yeah.
So
Ross Edgley, follow him,
mate. You know he went to school with Fred.
Yeah.
He went to Loughborough with Fred.
Oh, did he? Yeah. It does ring a bell actually. Fred mentioned it.
Yeah, he is literally in. Like,
he's just a science experiment.
I think he's the top of that spectrum of athletes. I think he's the top one.
Yeah,
he's a machine.
The way, the thing with him as well, Ross Edgley's one is. He's just a science experiment. He says it, doesn't he? He's like, I'm just a scientist, basically.
But you look at the nick he's in as well. Like he's not.
Yeah.
Like, he's not built like a swimmer. He's not built like a runner.
Well, how many people wrote him off before that swim as well?
Yeah.
Mate? They're like, what short little water polo bloke?
Yeah.
Going to swim around the country, swim around the UK.
No, he's unreal.
A couple of mates of mine went to. Was it Margate at the end of it and swam out to him and swam in with him?
Really?
Yeah, when he came in. Because that was the first time I see him and he looked like he had the big beard, didn't he?
Yeah.
That Viking kind of stick thing. Or whatever you call it. I'm sure there's a more technical word to it. And
Trident.
The Trident, is it? Yeah. So, and that's the first time I saw him. And then I went back on his YouTube and watched all the way through. And we had the jellyfish on the face.
Yeah.
You see that? And he's like, I got stung by a jellyfish a few hours ago. It still hurts. And they're like, it's on your fucking face. But yeah, just doing that stuff, I find it fascinating. And I'd love to. Yeah.
Again, all of that sort of stuff is very saturated.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm kind of reluctant to do another challenge because there's so many people doing challenges, so many people kind of vying for attention for what are all our good causes. So
that's just doing it different. That's when we walked Crossrail, that's 100 miles over 3 days. I remember looking at it, I thought I'd done London to Paris a few years before that as a bike ride, which was just like a good testing, but anyone who knows how to ride a road bike can do it. I was not a road cyclist. I just done spinning for half hour an hour, and that was literally my training. But I was like, I'd like to do something, do a challenge, but do something what's not been done before in a way. So the Crossrail hadn't been walked, and people had done the London section of it, the central side from from Heathrow to Liverpool Street or something. But no one had gone all the way out to Reading to Shinfield. So we'd done that, and then via Abbey Wood. So we went past every single station. And that just worked. But with my head, I was like, went out to the supply chain. So I was with Costain at the time and just said that we've got 50 stations here. I want to get them all sponsored by companies. So it was like a monopoly board, basically. Just
That's really good.
Like golf day when people sponsor the holes. And no time we had it. And people would like, how much did they sponsor? Like their competitor. And they just double it just to piss them off and that kind of stuff.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, but I was in the main contracting spot as well. So it was easy peasy. And we had 15 grand coming in literally 2 weeks, like just sending it through the job.
Yeah.
And that was the way of identifying for me. It was like, oh, cool. If we're going to do these challenges with construction sport, let's just pick it around construction projects. Because that's where people are. The kind of people want to be seen to be supporting the projects by their clients and that, don't they? So easy wins.
Well, you kind of have to take that people are doing it to be seen and to be seen to be doing good.
We had one. So we've done Crossrail. We've done HS2. Walked HS2, and then we also done Hinkley to Sizewell. We're doing that again next year, the bike ride. If you fancy that cycling.
Oh, no, I'd love to do the bike ride.
We're going to go from Sizewell to Hinkley this time, the other way around.
Okay, yeah.
So,
it ends further away from me then.
It was on your doors. Yeah, we were far away from you last time. But but we start near home. You can cycle to the start line.
50 miles.
Yeah. But but with it, it's kind of we're kind of what to do next, really, with it. I'm going to look at all the projects that was going on. But the one what I do fancy is Balmer. What's the big construction exhibition, big machine exhibition. The one in Vegas was Con Expo, and then you got Balmer. What is that? The biggest? I think the German one's bigger than the Vegas one.
Really?
All the biggest machines in the world are all there. And I do fancy a bit of a road trip or even a bike ride to Munich.
That would be
from
sick.
here and to finish at that exhibition.
Yeah.
So plans are in place to find the right way to do that. But
There
it
you
looked
go.
cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Literally just start on the
that
way.
looks sick.
Lederhosens at the end. Just literally.
Is it in October?
Yeah, it will be. No. When is it? I think it's actually it might even be spring. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, it was early doors, but we'll still done the Lederhosens.
Yeah,
Don't worry
of
about
course,
that.
of course.
But happy
Steins.
days. I think we touched on anything. We are happy days. All cushy.
Yeah, plum pleasing pleasure.
Yes, pun. Big words.
Pleasure.
You know what we're thinking with it.
Silly boy. Thanks for everything you've done.
No,
for
thank you
Get
for having me.
Construction Talking. It's been incredible. You are the poster boy of it. You are the man who's flown the flag for it and got everyone running with it. I think, when Fred got in touch with us over email, actually, and I remember it come through, and I was like, Fred Mills, I kind of know this name.
Yeah.
But someone said he's engineer, and I don't go that way. But from a blue collar man, we accepted the white collar support.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
the form of that, Procore and all them guys. And
No,
then
they've done
how
really
did you
well.
find the event the other week, the summit?
The Gherkin.
Yeah.
It was good. I thought it was. It really highlighted for me the distance in communication between the top and the bottom.
Yep.
I thought it was good to be able to have Mark Reynolds there. I thought he spoke actually quite well, but it did highlight that he's not as aware of what goes on the ground as he thinks he is.
Yeah.
And I think he is working hard. Most people in construction are good guys that want to do well for the industry as a whole.
Yep.
Not everyone can focus all of their efforts onto one topic at a time.
Yeah.
I don't think people mean badly. I don't.
No
think
one wants these numbers, do they? Yeah. The
absolutely
statistics.
not. And yeah, I thought it was a good start. I thought that was the most productive Get Construction Talking Summit that we've had.
Definitely, yeah.
Because it actually, there were proactive questions that people were asking, and there were discussions that weren't easy to have. Whereas a lot of the other ones, it's kind of a generic panel.
Yeah.
But the ones that I've been on.
Yep.
And I kind of just say my piece or what I think about mental health. And it doesn't move the conversation forward.
Yeah.
And that's where I've kind of struggled to be involved in those, because it's lovely to be involved and lovely to get invited. But it doesn't do much.
Yeah.
You want something where you've got 10 people sat around a table that haven't met before.
Mm-hmm.
What are the challenges that you've faced in construction? What do you think the challenges are with mental health?
Yeah.
How do you think we can solve that? What do you think it should look like?
Yeah.
And then the thing after that, I think, is what do we do with what we've just done?
Yeah.
Because they had that breakout session at the last summit.
Yep.
Is there anything that's going to happen with that?
Yeah, I'm not too sure of the breakout things, are they? Yeah, I've done a few before. Yeah, if it comes to something, brilliant.
No, but I thought it was really good because there was a lot of people asking really good questions, really difficult questions. But then you've got to kind of take that another step further. That feels like just the start.
Yeah.
It was the best one that they've done, for sure.
100%.
A really good venue, and got some high profile people there, which again furthers the conversation, gets more awareness to it.
And the best thing with it, I say, I agree with you as well, that Mark Reynolds isn't in a position to be, but he's got so many things to worry about.
100%.
Yeah, from company, for his own company to his job at the Leadership Council to everything that's coming in this political sphere at the moment, isn't
Absolutely,
it? It's huge. So there's many people out there who are in positions to should be reporting back to him and supporting the industry, isn't it? So I think that kind of accountability piece will come more of that and more show of their face, isn't it? To have these debates, isn't it?
100%.
And that's the first thing I done. I know I said a few things before and after when I was speaking to him, but the first thing I did was went up to him and shook his hand and said, "Thank you for allowing me to ask you some questions." And I really, to me, it's like
because you want to ask him the important questions and you want to ask him the difficult questions, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you also want him to be there the next time to be able to continue the conversation and do it in a kind of proper manner where he feels able to talk at those sort of events.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't have to be Mark Reynolds. It could be Mark Farmer or someone else in a senior position in construction, that's a reputable voice that they can not just give their
you want them to go
cents
back, don't you? Go back to whatever meetings they have and go, shit, I've just been to this meeting.
Absolutely.
Kind of grilled a bit, but
it was good and it was productive.
We've found an area we need to focus on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's where, I think that's the only thing the leadership council bugs me is that it's not a funded entity, is it? So it's like, well, what are they going to do to change it as well? What can they do? You know what I mean? Apart from tell government, we need more help.
But we were talking about the Construction Operatives Council, the COC.
Up the cock.
But I do think something like that would actually, different acronym obviously,
What?
would be really good for kind of getting people, an industry, like a blue collar, like we were talking about earlier, voice from the ground on what they actually think. And you could have, I don't even know, 1,000 people that are a member of it, and then you have a meeting quarterly, and you just get 25 people there. You don't have to get everyone. You just pick the people that can. Are you available? Yes, you can come along and give your.
Yeah.
Or it could be on Teams that you don't have to have
actions.
Yeah,
and doing it.
And then that could go directly to the Construction Leadership Council.
Yeah.
So they've got more interface with what operatives think.
We've done all this hard work for you down here. We've just got a few actions we need you to take. Yeah.
Because with all due, that they are so far removed from it.
But it showed when about that payment thing where it got a bit heated, didn't it? Mark Kennedy said a few things, and Mark Reynolds then said, and they're in each other's supply chain, wasn't it? By saying, Mark said, I'm working with you.
And I was on the Mace job for Curzon Street.
Yeah.
And in terms of PAYE operatives, he's saying that they've got 100%. I know they don't. So I was on the HS2 job, but the subcontractor that I was working with certainly didn't.
Yeah.
So, there's less clarity around that sort of stuff with him, I think. Sometimes.
Payroll and employment side of things in HS2 is a whole new subject. It's a whole new chapter at the moment.
That would open a real can of worms.
We'll get that one sponsored by a few recruitment companies, sure, labour supply companies.
Payroll companies,
Logan, thanks a million, pal.
No, it's a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Come. Enjoy your rugby the weekend.
I will.
Go strong.
Yeah.
And we'll to give you a few people to target at the weekend.
Yeah.
Cheers, pal. Safe travels home.
Thank you.
Up into Norfolk.